Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Break the cycle now, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look back.
Was somebody picked me up, and he looked really familiar, and he was driving around my neighborhood, and the streets where I was driving, my streets are different, like the one-ways and stuff, like you can get sort of crossed around. So I said to him, I said, you look really familiar, and I said, you must be from around this neighborhood because you know the back streets really well with the one-ways and everything. And he was like, no, 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 but he did have Jersey tags. But anyway, we parked, and I went to turn my head just to look, to make sure we're clearing, and he grabbed me and he put a knife up to me, and he told me that I'm going to do what he said, and I'm going to like what I'm going to do, and again I put up a fight again, and thank goodness an elderly couple pulled in front of us with their headlights, and he sort of got scared about it, but I was fighting him along the way. But by the time when I got out, and it was winter time, when I got out, my whole car coat was shredded. Like,
hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know who it is, Mal Lewis, your host, AML Films. We out there. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today, I got a very nice young lady that I met on my morning walk. Can you please introduce yourself?
my name's CJ.
Nice to meet you, CJ. How you doing today?
I'm okay, thank you.
Hey, that's great to hear. You have a middle name?
Yeah,
Do you want to tell us?
Janae,
Oh, that's pretty. That's cute. And how old are you?
52.
52 years younger, guys. That's awesome. Can you please tell us where are you originally from?
Frankfurt.
Yo, shout out Frankfurt. We out there. Show your girl some love. She's out here representing. Can you please tell us a little bit about your childhood growing up?
My childhood growing up was really basically great. My mom, we just had my mom, never met my dad. Me and my brother, and my other brother passed away. My mom never did drugs before a day in her life. She was a hard worker. She was our mom and our dad both. So when it comes to my growing up, I've really actually had a very loving family, loving home and everything. I mean, bikers were a little bit of an aspect of some of it when my mom was dating, but she kept us away from the negativity part of it. So we weren't really basically around that. But yeah, I guess that's really it, bro. Like, people used to say all the time, because I used to disappear all the time at the house, that I was running away from him, and I never was running away from home. It's just that I got caught up with older people, and I just didn't want to come home because I wanted to hang out with the older people, which showed me a different lifestyle and different things in life that I was unaware of at that time. So that's where my turn came to.
Can you tell us what are some of your favorite childhood memories?
Major childhood memories, hopscotch with my mom. Going to Tolley Town, we used to get picked up, me and my cousins and my brother. My uncle used to pick us up all up at the last day of school, jump in the back of the pickup truck and drive us to Tolley Town and go camping. We never left Tolley Town until like 2 days or the day before the first day of school started again. That was my ultimate favorite memory. But most of the time I was spending time with my mom, because we would see her. The only time we would see her was she was sleeping when we left to go to school, and when we came home from school she wasn't there. And then when she did have off, she spent her days with us. But so that was more of the best times.
All right, that's great to hear. Can you please tell us, how do you get involved with drugs?
Well, I was born and raised in Frankfurt, and my mom had met my stepfather, also man, and it's funny, but my mom, they were going to move in together, and we lived in a one-bedroom apartment, and so they wanted to move into a home, and it's funny, is my mom ran into this house sight unseen in Kensington. It happened to be right on the corner of Hartville and Clearfield. And at that time, Kensington was a lot different than it is today. But so I basically got hooked on Kensington. We only stayed there for a couple years, and then we moved up to the Northeast. But then I wound up moving on my own. But that's how it started with Kensington. I was actually very naive when it came to drugs. Living in Frankfurt and living in Kensington, never even thought of drugs and never even seen drugs. It's funny that my mom moved us from Kensington up to the Northeast, and that's actually where it all started. Which you would think was different because the Northeast at that time was supposed to be the really perfect place to live. But yeah, I started meeting people down there, and they were a lot different from the way they acted. It was a Jewish neighborhood, and what they call them the Japs, Jewish American princesses, and all dressed up and all this proper. And me, on the other hand, I was concert t-shirts, ripped up jeans, and high top Converse. So when we moved there, I sort of wanted to sort of fit in, and again with the older people. So I jumped from, I didn't really do the weed thing and the drinking thing like how the younger kids started. I didn't date men that were at my age or around my age. My first real boyfriend was 24, I was 15, and he used to shoot meth. And I sort of basically went from taking a little bit of weed and went whole ass straight to shoot meth. And and I seen a lot there also because he was a biker too. So I was introduced to the meth scene then. But I was attracted to the wildlife. You go and I never had plans of anything. I just went out the door, but I always was interested in the high, and I really didn't care what kind of high it was, as long as it stimulated my brain, I guess, or whatever the boyfriend that I was with at that time was his drug of choice, and it always was something that got worse and worse. So, but yeah, my addiction, I am definitely have an addiction problem to drugs. So
currently, as of right now in Kensington,
right,
what drugs are you addicted to?
Dope. It's sure as hell ain't heroin anymore, but it's D and crack.
So fentanyl and crack, basically?
Yes.
How were you introduced to fentanyl?
I used to sell it. No, not fentanyl. I didn't sell fentanyl. I sold dope, heroin, but I smoked crack. I was smoking crack one day, and I was strung out, and I wanted to come down, so I did a bag of my dope, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Was it IV?
No, I actually snorted it.
So you don't shoot?
Oh, now I do.
Now with heroin versus fentanyl, you have experienced both drugs. Can you tell us what's the difference between the two?
Oh my goodness, fentanyl is a totally different demon from heroin. Even the withdrawal is different. Me personally, I think that when heroin, the withdrawal was tolerable, but yeah, if you have access to it, you're not going to go through the withdrawal. You're going to go basically out and get it. But I noticed with the fentanyl, it feels like it just like it eats up your bones or something. Like your body's, it actually causes, I don't know if it has to do with anybody else, but me personally, my body hurts all the time, especially my legs. Even when I'm doing it, my body hurts a lot. I'm thinking it has to do a lot with fentanyl, to do with it. Then there's you get some people, I don't know about other people, but I experienced not big holes, but like these little pinholes in my legs. It feels like it's eating at your skin. I know it's not crocodile, but I experienced that for a little bit. But it's the body pains. I don't, like, I have a hard time walking on it or without it. It seems like it's doing a lot of shit to my body.
Wow.
Wise. The other thing is my moods are at worst.
Gotcha.
Yeah, real negative. But yeah, there's a big difference in the fentanyl. Like, I don't.
Fentanyl is more highly addictive than dope.
Me personally, I think it is.
In the daytime, 24 hours, what's the longest you can go without shooting?
2 hours, maybe. Yeah.
How much would you say you spend average on crack and fentanyl in the daytime?
Fentanyl on me is about $300 or $400 a day. Crack, I don't smoke it. I don't spend as much as that, but I would say about $200 in crack a day. The more I make, the more I do.
How do you go about supporting your habit?
I trick on the app.
Okay. Okay, so you say you support your habit by doing dates and stuff out here?
Yes.
How does that impact how others see you?
You know, my neighborhood where I'm from, they've known me since I was kids. They treat me the same, and it really does there, because they know who I am. And one thing I can always say about myself is that, thank goodness that the drug didn't change who I am as a person when it comes to respecting people, the stealing part, the this and that part. So I basically get my own money. I don't take it from anybody and stuff like that. And they know exactly who I am, and I've always stayed the same that way. They always tell me, CJ, why don't you go to rehab and this and that. I've done the rehab thing, and a couple times it worked. I have long-term sobriety. I just relapsed now, but before that it was like almost like 7.5, almost 8 years maybe, straight, and about 6 months I relapsed. But down here, I'm treated a lot differently. My personal experience. Definitely on guard all the time.
How do you stay safe out here?
I don't know.
God got you?
Oh, definitely God, but I don't know. Like
I understand.
I don't know about the staying safe part. I judge who I get in the car with.
So
I sort of, hopefully I'm a good judge.
Since you've been doing dates, what has been your worst dating experience?
My worst dating experience. Oh my goodness. My worst dating experience was I was picked up and got in the car, parked, and not knowing there was another guy in the back seat. And he grabbed the back of me. And I had a brush in my hand, which was really oddly to say. But I was pulled half in the back seat, and half my feet and everything were in the front seat. And it was weird, is because it wasn't even late at night or anything. And I was parked in brown houses, but that was one of my worst experiences. And thank goodness for the brush, because I gouged the dude with the brush, and I got out and ran. But you would figure I would have stayed home. No, I went right around the corner and went back right out. And my other experience that I just thought of right now was somebody picked me up, and he looked really familiar, and he was driving around my neighborhood, and the streets where I was driving, my streets are different, like the one-ways and stuff, like you can get sort of crossed around. So I said to him, I said, you look really familiar, and I said, you must be from around this neighborhood because you know the back streets really well with the one-ways and everything. And he was like, no, but he did have Jersey tags. But anyway, we parked, and I went to turn my head just to look, to make sure we're clearing. And he grabbed me and put a knife up to me, and he told me that I'm going to do what he said, and I'm going to like what I'm going to do. And again, I put up a fight again, and thank goodness, an elderly couple pulled in front of us, their headlights, and he sort of got scared about it, but I was fighting him along the way. But by the time when I got out, and it was winter time, when I got out, my whole collar coat was shredded, like, and I did it again. I went right back on the Ave.
I'm so sorry those things happened to you. Now, do you think prostitution should be legalized?
You know, I say, I say that you should do whatever you want with your own body. I do, but as a safety reason why, and I guess diseases also, no. But so I'm a I don't know.
50-50?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are some requests that you absolutely not partake in on a date?
What won't I do on a date? I won't be with more than one person. I won't get in a car with more than one person. What do you want to talk about the sexual part? What I won't do? I won't do the butt thing. And you have some guys are into weird things like this one guy wanted me to put a plastic bag over his head and tie it and block his oxygen, and when he passes out, to take the bag off while he masturbates. He went from $50, and I said no, to $100. So I said no, to $200. I said no. There's no in my luck. He'll pass out and he will not come to. So, but he did find a girl to do it right after me. Right. But yeah, and they like ones like there's some really freaky people out.
A lot of weird fetishes out here, and these guys take advantage of the girls due to the fact that they need money for drugs, and that's make them do all kinds of nasty things.
I still date my very first ones when I started.
That's awesome.
I have regulars and older, but I do experience certain men that I get in, and they try to downgrade you and treat you like you're a piece of shit, and I don't tolerate it at all. I just get out, and of course I have a big mouth, and I very well.
What are some of the occupation of these guys that pick you up?
What kind of occupations? Oh my goodness, everything, and really good jobs.
Why?
Really good jobs, yeah.
Do they tell you a reason why they're out here doing what they do?
I never ask. They never speak about it.
Okay.
And I don't care to even care to know.
So where do these guys take you girls on a date?
Well, actually, I take them because I know where to park. Or they go to a motel. But on closed places you park, or motels, or there's certain houses that you can rent rooms.
Now, I know there has been some bad dating experience that you have had. Have you had any good dating experience or any best dating experience?
Yeah.
Can you name one for us?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Made $1,400 in an hour and a half.
Wow.
And most of the time it's conversation and getting high.
Wow, that's
and a really nice person. Really nice person, yeah.
Wow, yeah. That's awesome.
And he owned his own company. So,
nice. Yeah. So you do practice safe sex when you're doing these things?
All the time.
That's good.
They give them out free right on Kensington Avenue, right down the street from K&A. Okay.
What's a day in your life look like out here in Kensington?
Oh, goodness. As soon as I hit the streets, because I live in Frankfurt, hit the streets. Do you have, can I have, do you have? Do you have, can I get? That's one part. But I'm thinking, I know that I need to go back, and I know I need to get help. I'm 52 years old, and I don't even think I even know the reason why I get high, except that I'm an addict. And I have an addiction personality.
What is some pain that you are numbing, that you continue to use drugs? What are you trying to escape from? What are you trying not to feel?
The only person I could truly say that I could be home with my ex-husband when we lived together, even if I got myself well, but I'd be in the house watching TV, not thinking about smoke going on a rock mission or let's do more bags, even though it was more or less getting well. But as soon as he was open mouth and disrespect, and he's very verbal, and it started getting physical again, like we were still together, like in a relationship. But yeah, instantly run. As soon as he opened his mouth, I wouldn't even be thinking about going and get more, and I'd run out the door to get more. I escaped from. But anything else, it's not about escape. I'm an addiction personality. I really do. I have an addiction personality.
Do you feel any shame or guilt due to your drug use?
The prostitution part is my shame.
Okay, honestly.
The guilt. I don't sound like an asshole saying this. Now that I'm older, it's my issue. I don't drag anybody into it.
Right.
I raised my kids. They didn't see the drug thing, but they probably experienced. They knew.
Gotcha.
When they were older is when they found. My kids know about my prostitution. They know about my drug addiction. My family knows about it. But the avoidance is the conversation part about it. Don't speak of it.
Right.
My kid will just say to me, "Mom, you look like shit, why don't you go to sleep?" Or something like that. But anything else of it.
All right, so now let's get off topic just to get to know you as an individual, and then we'll be out of here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, we answering audience questions.
If you could be anywhere in the world, and this is from Natalie Sutherland. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where will you be with and with whom? My mom. Robert Ruddick. If you want to stop the addiction, are you willing to enter a rehab program immediately to stop your pain and suffering? Definitely.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Awesome. What are some of your favorite foods?
The favorite foods is seafood, definitely. I'm going through this cream chip beef kind of thing now. Junk food, constantly candy, chocolate. I'm a junk food eater, big time.
Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate marshmallow.
Oh, sounds good. And do you have a favorite band or artist?
3 Doors Down.
What about favorite movie?
Natural Born Killers.
Awesome. Do you have any favorite actor or actresses?
Sandra Bullock.
Oh, good one. Nice. We would like to know, what is your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius.
Yo, Sagittarius, that's my girl. I'm Sagittarius, December 1st, and you December what?
3rd.
Oh, I'm number 1. She's 2 days after me. Shout out to the Sagittarius, guys. We really cool people. Sagittarius are beautiful people inside and out. See how gorgeous she is? That's great. When you was a little girl, what do you want to become when you grow up?
My mom.
Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. And do you have a spiritual or religious belief?
I definitely believe in God as my savior, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Grew up with church.
Amen.
Yeah, definitely church.
Great.
Yeah.
Where do you believe you'll go when you die?
Heaven.
Amen. I pray you do. When was the last time somebody told you that they love you?
My mom tells me every time I talk to her.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
My son.
All right, great. If you can travel to any place or country in the world, where would you go?
I love Texas.
Why?
I went there with my girlfriend to visit her mom, and I wound up staying there. Instead of 2 weeks, I wound up finding a job, and I stayed there for almost 5 years. It's a beautiful place. But then you can find drugs there too. But yeah, I love Texas. I would love to go back to Texas.
Cool.
Yeah. But before, I loved camping, fishing, I even noticed I don't even listen to music anymore in my music and stuff. But one thing I am a TV buff person. I love TV, and I miss it being on the streets. And the main person whose house I go to, they don't have a TV. Gotcha. So I cannot wait to move into my place and watch television. I want to watch TV so bad.
Great. Do you have a favorite restaurant?
No, I really don't go to them.
Okay.
When I'm on drugs, it's basically drugs and me. That's
Got
it.
you. Do you have any favorite clothing store?
No, that I don't either.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite of them. I lost a lot of favorites, didn't I?
What's your favorite season of the year?
Spring.
Why?
It's perfect weather. It's not hot. It's not cold. Flowers.
Awesome.
It's just beautiful.
Great. Are you currently in a relationship?
No.
What do you look for in a partner?
Independence. A hard worker. Definitely opposite of me. I don't need another problem. But sometimes I think that when it comes to a relationship-wise, of being taken serious, especially with prostitution, do you tell them or do you not tell them? And should you be honest? But once you do tell them, does it disgust them, or can they put it past their mind?
Exactly.
And if you walk out the door, what are you doing? Are you because you're a prostitute? That means that you're also probably a cheater.
Right.
I don't think that I really do think that I fucked it up on that part of a respectful relationship.
Sunrise or sunset? Which one are you?
Sunset.
Why?
Make more money.
I heard that. That's where the money rolls in.
I always liked nighttime.
Nighttime.
Always, even when I was a kid.
Okay. Now, when you go to sleep at night, what are some things that you dream about?
You know, that's another thing I always talk to people not that long ago. When I'm on drugs, I don't seem to dream.
Interesting.
But when I get off of drugs, like even when I went to jail and I didn't get high for like after the first 24 hours, I would dream. Like first would be drug dream, but then when I was straight, I dreamed. But when I'm on drugs, well, I don't know why I do not dream.
Do you stay in touch with your friends and your family?
I don't really think that I have true friends anymore.
How about your kids?
He would write me and say, "Mom, how come you don't write me letters like you used to before?"
So only one child you have? Only one?
I have 3 stepchildren.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they're still my kids, yeah.
What message would you like to send to your friends and your family, or to your child? Everyone who's wondering how you're coming along, who haven't seen you in a while, now's the moment for you to let them know how you're doing.
How am I doing now?
Just to give them an update for those who haven't seen you in a while.
I still see a bright light at the end. I haven't lost that. I'm looking forward to this month to get my apartment or room, anything that's my door, not my ex's door or somebody else's door. I want my own door. I see a light where I truly am going to, once I get a home, a room or something, I am going to rehab. Awesome. That's a definite.
Oh, that sounds great.
And get my act back together again.
Awesome. If you had 3 wishes in this world, what would your 3 wishes be?
And my son don't go back to jail once he gets back out. That what I say I'm actually going to do. Like, don't wait for my checks to come in and then say I'm going to get a place and then find myself spending it on drugs.
Right.
And being stuck out here longer. And go to the rehab. Give myself a chance again.
Awesome. That sounds beautiful. It's beautiful to hear that, guys. Change is always available. It's all on you. If you had a message to send to the world, what would your message be?
when you go through bad times, the drug addiction or everything, you can change, and you're capable. You just have to want it, and don't give up on yourself. Don't let anybody tell you you're a bad person, or what you do is disgusting, or call you a junkie, or make you feel like a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Us drug addicts, we are the strongest people in the world. We can wake up without a penny to our name, but we seem to find a way to do things. So my mom even said that we are the smartest people
Definitely.
around. So no, we're not stupid at all.
Gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down.